Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Let me straighten this out a bit. Yeah, just get in the habit of talking to random women. Just get in the habit of it. Now, I'm known for talking about saying hi to 3 women a day, but you won't even really go beyond that. Just get in the habit of saying hi to women, and then you'd be surprised how that'll help you. And let me be clear on it. That doesn't have to everyone be like some woman you trying to hook up with or you trying to get with. I've seen a couple guys, they come back to me and say, yeah, I said hi to 3 women, but they weren't interested. I ain't say they had to be. The whole point of it is just getting in the habit of talking to them. Because if you get in the habit, then when you run into that one beautiful one you want, you ain't thinking about it. It's like a mentor said to me one time. And he was actually talking about that. Because he said maybe, okay, like a woman, he used the example, like a woman's on the bus, she's writing something. Her pen runs out of ink. Now, one guy, she asked for the pen. Now, the guy want to talk to her and everything. He want to talk to her. He's like thinking she fine and all of that. He thinking about all this stuff he had to say. But then he messes up. Because while he doing all that, he could have just gave her the pen. The other guy just gives her the pen. And then she starts a conversation with him because he's just chilled. He's just chilled. And I'm going to tell you what, I thought about that this past Friday. Well, 2 things. The second thing was a webinar I did with my private group. And if you don't know what my private group is, well, you got to join my one of my Patreons, my Raw Brotherhood Patreon, to get in on monthly webinars. But he was saying how many guys out here just afraid to talk to women. I'm like, because they seen him talking to women, like he old school. He old school, so he older brother. And, ain't nothing for him. Ain't nothing for him to just straight up talk to a woman and ask her to do, or even sometimes tell her what he wants her to do. Because he don't have a problem talking. That was the second thing. The first thing I thought about that particular day, I just randomly said hi to plenty of women. And one of the easiest ways is like if you just going out, like one of the easiest places is when you go into different grocery stores or something like that. Like the easiest women to speak to are women who working at the cash register. Now, part of their job is to talk to you, but sometimes some will be a little bit friendlier than others. Like I mentioned, like whenever I go to a local Amish market, now they just friendly enough, but there's one that always see me, always give me a smile, always saying hi, a little extra friendly. I'm extra friendly with her. Now, I ain't trying to get with her or anything. But when you that little extra friendly, one thing I noticed about her, when she was making me a sandwich, she was giving me a little bit extra without me asking. I was like, okay. And all I don't even know her name, but just talking. Or when I'm going to like any place in the area. Like I go to different stores in the area. I seem to know at least one young lady there. Be like, hey, how you doing? What's up? Boom. Not trying to get with them or anything. Just friendly to them. Just friendly. Because then when I run into a woman I might want to get with, might want to do something with, who I find a little bit more attractive, then the conversation is a lot easier. I'm not like stumbling over my words, like, oh, what am I going to say? Because decades ago, someone had written in a book that the universal opener is just saying hi. And it is. Just say hi. The woman, most cases, is going to say hi back. Most cases. Now, if she don't say hi back, she just don't say hi back. But most cases she'll say hi back. Now sometimes you have to read her and see how she's saying it. Is she smiling back? Is she looking at you? Shoot, she might be starting a conversation. She might be the one to start the conversation. And that's all you would need. But see, here's the thing. When you talking to a woman, when you get used to talking to them, you're not nervous. See, a lot of guys, when they run into that woman who they want to talk to, they nervous. They and all of that. It was like, no, you want to get to the point where it's second nature. And sometimes you just be that type who's going to say hi to whatever. Like many of the young ladies I said hi to on Friday, just be like, saw me in a store or something like that. I'd just be like, I say half of them I probably wouldn't want to do anything with. So what? Because then the other half I would want to do something with, I can talk to them. And see, that's something everybody should practice. Like, that's some game I gave my youngest son. And like, if I'm out with him, I say hi, he say hi. Sometimes he say hi. Shoot, I remember I was in a grocery store with him one time. He thought he was spitting some game at the young lady on the register. And I was just like, oh, okay. He was like, oh, what's your name? Oh, okay. I was like, okay. Shit. But see, he understood that simple principle. Just talk to him. Just get used to speaking to him. See, that's a big problem with a lot of guys out here now. They don't want to speak to a woman. And it's funny. And let me say something real quick. Let me just say something. I remember I said that before. What I'm talking about, just talking to women in the area, and some guy trying to figure it out. Let me go on a tangent real quick. Unless you are with me 24/7, don't try to figure it out. Just use it. And if you don't like what I'm saying or can't figure it out, stay the fuck off the channel. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Because y'all remember I had that medical emergency about 2 years ago. I don't play around with people. I don't have time to play around. I'm trying to help you out. If you don't want to listen, just go someplace else. Don't waste your time on here. Don't waste your motherfucking time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. Don't add to my algorithm. And I'm dead serious. All I say is just go ahead and just try what I'm saying before you say anything. Just go ahead and try it. All right? Don't try to say anything. Oh, another thing too, listen to the whole video before you comment. Because like when I said I did a video last week about people getting off of dating apps. That wasn't my opinion. That was something I seen. That news was saying that. The news was saying that. I wasn't saying anything. I don't pay attention to them enough to know. Those are like news shows saying, hey, they laying off people. They doing all that. That wasn't wrong. Listen to the whole video first. Don't be that type you see the title and think you want to say something without listening. That's stupid as shit. Now I'm just saying that's stupid as shit, all right? But anyway, getting back to my main thing. Just talk. Just talk. Now, I say it at least 3 times a day, just get you out there, but really, you want to get to the point where it's second nature. It ain't a big deal if, you see a random woman, shoot, you just say hi. You walking down the street, you see somebody, you just be like, hey, how you doing? Or just hi. The most, she'll say hi back. Shoot, you might get a conversation. Or just say whatever. And look, don't get out of that thing where you trying to holler at every single woman. Now I know some men might try to tell you, hey, you need to be trying to talk to them. No, you don't. All you doing is building a muscle. You ain't trying to get every one of them. Sure, you want it to the point where it's a natural thing for you. It's natural for you to just talk to a woman. Yeah, okay, you nice as shit. I wasn't that nice. You want to get to that point where it's natural. because you never know when you might see that fine one. Because then when you see that fine, attractive woman, it's not a big deal. You're not nervous. You're not feeling anything. You used to saying it. You saying what you said to what? Several other women that week. And let me get down to that conversation part. Like I said, you go, like when I go to different stores around here, different restaurants, I might get like me and my sons, we always go out together to get something to eat on Saturdays. We went to this local restaurant. This lady, she knew us. The way she was smiling. And so we were just friendly to her. And it's been plenty of times we get extra. I remember one restaurant we used to go to. The young lady's not working there, but she already knew what we wanted before we even said it. She knew what drinks to get us and everything. You know, you just friendly. That's it. And so you ain't trying to get with them. There was one young lady, may she rest in peace. Unfortunately, she was a young lady. I'll just say had some complications. But we would go to her restaurant. She would just be real friendly, talk, chat. Knew what we wanted, everything. And see, it's not always about getting with that one woman. It's about building that muscle. Because a major issue with a lot of guys out here, acting like they can't talk to a woman. Because even with the guys who are big on like dating apps or something, at some point you still gotta talk to them. Because you still got some guys say, well, what do I say to them? I don't know. You get used to talking to them. It could be about anything. Shoot, I remember years ago, there was a young lady, she started a conversation with me just because she was working in one of these stores. And she came chasing after me because she liked something I had on my shirt. And it was, I forgot what the shirt said, but it wasn't even anything fancy in my eyes, but apparently it was in her eyes. But I was just ready to have that conversation with her. Because sometimes the woman might just say hi, because see, here's something else. If you carry yourself in such a way that you giving off an aura that you'll be generally friendly, you'll generally have a conversation, sometimes they might start the conversation with you. You might just be walking along. You might be in a grocery aisle looking for something. You know, you're looking at that avocados or... I remember there's been plenty of times I just be looking for something. Be in like a clothing store looking at something and some woman to come up be like, hey, you know, getting this for my brother or my cousin or something. And remember, I talked about that's how women will shoot their shot, not directly. Because trust me, if a woman don't have any interest in you or something, oh, trust me, they ain't going to ask you anything. Because sometimes that's how they'll shoot their shot. They'll, like, hit you up, like indirectly like that. But then you can't be thinking about it too much. Because when I talk about saying hi to 3 women a day, like I said, I want you to get to the point where the conversations are easy. It's nothing magic about it. It's just like building a muscle. It's just like you going to the gym and you doing those bench presses or you doing those arm exercises. You getting to the point where it's automatic for you. Like when I had my medical emergency, when I had that stroke a couple years ago, one of the things was in the physical therapy, I was doing a lot of curls. It was easy for me. It was just like, and they were like, oh, you getting this? I was like, oh. And they could tell I worked out, but I had been doing it already. All you doing is building the muscle. All you doing is practicing. And see, one of the keys, and like even saying hi or having a chat or something with a woman you may not think of as attractive. Now, this is what that does for you, right? You're not trying to get with that woman, but you having a normal conversation. You're not nervous or anything because you ain't trying to get with this woman. You just talking. And you ain't looking down on it. You just talking. But then that same energy, when you have it around a woman you trying to get with, you ain't coming off as nervous. Because one of the things women don't like in a guy, if he's going to be all nervous about something, they don't have time for that. And you don't want to be nervous. See, you building that muscle. I mean, it's talk, because a big part of with a woman's communication. I don't care. Now, some guys be thinking, well, you got to be handsome and all of that. But I'm going to tell you what. I've said several times, a woman, she'll look at a guy and think he handsome, but then if he can't talk about anything, be like, he was fine until he opened his mouth. There have been quite a few times just in the comments, somebody say, well, they call me handsome, I'm all of this, but I'm having trouble with women. You still got to talk. And say, I don't care what you look like. Especially, I'm going to tell you what, especially if you've been called handsome by some women, they hold you to a high standard. But you still got to talk no matter what. You still got to find out what's up. And not even just to get her, you need to make sure she ain't crazy. So you need to talk to her. You need to be listening to what she's saying. You need to make sure she ain't crazy. I remember this woman I hooked up with a while ago. In fact, she's still the unaccounted woman that might have one of my children. She's still unaccounted for. Hey, it was good. But I remember we laying in bed and stuff. I'm thinking it's all good. Then she whispered to me, I smoke crack. I was like, what? You want to just talk to make sure the woman ain't crazy. But you want to get used to it. And the beauty of it is you can practice it every time. Like I said, just like if you go in a grocery store, restaurant, any place you encounter a woman, it's just a very simple, hey, how you doing? Or have a nice day, something like that. In fact, you say that, you just have a nice day, just nice and polite. That woman might see you and she might hook you up with something. Like I said, I've been in some restaurants. Women have given me extra food, hooked me up with something. I remember there was a Chinese buffet I'm about to drive past. Used to be over here. This one young lady, just being friendly to her, she brought me some food from home. It wasn't even on the thing. Made me a dessert and brought it from home. And all we did was just talked. You know? And it's not any magic to it. It's just getting used to that conversation. It's getting used to that thing. And just practice. Like the three saying hi to 3 ladies a day, like I said, it's all about practice. I ain't trying to hook up with them all. It's getting in that practice. And you ain't trying to hook up with them all. All of them don't have to be super attractive. Only thing I would say is you don't want to talk to a woman that got a man right there. He might take it the wrong way. But a lot of women out here, they want a man just to acknowledge him, say something to him, and then build that up. And then you can even compliment, as you build it up, you can compliment him on something. Because I've mentioned before how, I like natural hair. I like natural hair, particularly on black women, right? There have been a few times I see a woman with some natural hair, and I'll just say, hey, you got nice hair. Like that. And they'd be all friendly and stuff. They'd be like, ooh. And I'd be like, have a nice day. You wouldn't try to take it any further. But the thing is, once you run into a woman that you actually want to talk to, then you can talk to and you nice and comfortable. And then the woman, she's picking up on how comfortable you are. She's picking up on it. You ain't tripping with her. Because she can look at you and she like, oh, okay, he being kind of cool with it. Okay. Shit. You ain't nervous. She ain't picking up that negative vibe, that scared vibe. Because one thing women want, they want that guy who's comfortable around them, comfortable talking to them. That guy who could just shoot the breeze. Because trust me, women like to talk. And let me say something about that too. It was some Bama talking about, oh, women don't like to talk. No, they don't like to talk to that Bama ass motherfucker. But women like to talk. And let me just say something real quick about that again. You got motherfuckers who want to say something and go against something. I tell you what, if you want to go against anything I say, show your work. Show your video. Show what you got. Move off, all right? Make it that easy. So, anyway, though, it's hot out this Billy. It ain't staying too long. Yeah, so, anyway, just talk. Just practice. That's it. And you don't have to, it ain't a big deal. Just get out here and just practice. And I tell you what, if you saying hi to 3 women a day, saying hi to random women, being friendly to the women that you encounter in stores, checkout lines, whatever, trust me. If you're doing that for 21 straight days, you're going to start noticing something. You do it for 90 days, straight days, you're going to notice a difference. Okay? You want it to become like a habit, like second nature. That way, when you run into that woman who you think is fine, she got all that stuff you like, you can talk to her easy. It ain't no big deal. You ain't nervous or anything. All right? So anyway, let me get on out of here, and I'll get back with y'all. Peace.